Right. Good evening, everyone. My pleasure to welcome you to our presentation today. My name is James Sanderson. We're presenting from London. We're also presenting from Portugal, and we're also presenting from Atlanta in Georgia. So just to let you know what we're going to be doing, I'm hosting tonight. My name is James Sanderson. I've been involved with the Juice Plus program for 28 years, and I started in 1988. And then we're going to be going to Portugal, and we're going to be hearing from Michelle Johns, who has achieved a very, very high position in our company. She's National Marketing Director, and she's going to be presenting the product to us from Portugal. And then we're going to be going to Atlanta. Then we're going to be staying in Portugal, and we're going to be hearing from Gordon Wilkie, who's going to be presenting the company to us. And Gordon is a legend in our business. He's been involved for 25 years. And then we're going to be going to Atlanta, where we're going to be hearing from Bob Burdick, who is, again, a total legend in our business, and he's been involved with our program for 30 years. So it's very exciting. We expect to be finished probably in about 45 minutes, but this is being recorded, and we've got a slightly shortened version of the marketing plan tonight, which I think people will find really, really good. So without further ado, we're going to get straight on with the presentation. So we're going to go now to Portugal. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to bring on the slide presentation. So if I can, I'm just going to bring that on now. Good. All right. So here we go. So a very warm welcome to everyone. And Michelle, I wanted to welcome you very, very specially all the way from Portugal.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to be on today. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of background. I started with the Juice Plus company almost 15 years ago, and my background's health and beauty therapy. So the thing that I first saw about the Juice Plus products was that this was something that would help my clients. I was looking after them really just from the outside in, so doing facials, recommending skincare, but I'd always felt that there was something missing. And my very first meeting that I'd gone along to hear about Juice Plus explained so cleverly that this, and it made me see instantly that this was the bit that had been missing. This was what my clients were missing, that I could offer them something that would give them beauty from the inside out. So I was really excited from word go. I knew I wanted to start taking the products for myself so that I could actually see what happened. And back then, I was literally only thinking about it from the skin's point of view, not even realizing the massive health benefits that I would get. So that was when I started. I took the products myself, absolutely fell in love with them, and just became so passionate that I had to tell everybody, not only my clients, but I really wanted everybody to get the same sort of benefits. So that was my introduction to Juice Plus and how I started initially to share the Juice Plus products. It took me a little bit of time to actually understand the beauty of network marketing, and owning several beauty salons. I was pretty busy. I had a very good income. I was pretty young at the time, so it was a good income for my age. But what I didn't have was time freedom. And then I saw this amazing concept and a completely different way in which I could work. So that's a little bit about my background. And now I'm just going to go into telling you a little bit about these fantastic products. And really, this is what I see as the next best thing to fruits and vegetables. And as the World Health Organization says, the definition of health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Sorry? I know that. In 1975, sorry, James, we just hop back there. Gordon was just butting in. In 1975, the World Health Organization came up with the 5-a-day campaign. I think we're all familiar with that 5-a-day campaign. But statistics show that, and this is UK stats at the moment, but that only 28% of women did slightly better, but literally only 32% of women were actually managing to eat that 5 a day. And I always thought that, the 5 a day was really that bare minimum health. And really what we all want is optimum health and vitality. So, that's pretty pathetic. And I know now that, most governments throughout the world are at that campaign, but we're still not meeting those standards. Okay, James, thanks. So I think we're all very aware that we're simply just not eating enough fruits and vegetables. So 1.7 million deaths worldwide are attributable to a low intake of fruits and vegetables. I mean, that is just terrible. We know that an adequate intake of fruit and vegetables can actually reduce the incidence of cardiovascular disease and some cancers, along with other degenerative diseases. Looking at what's going on in the UAE, their recommendations are 2 to 4 servings of fruit and 3 to 5 servings of vegetables. And I know that, this is the same case in Dubai, that people are really not hitting those marks. And I think that the next quote was one of the newspapers in Dubai actually saying Dubai residents are giving fruits and veg a miss. The Dubai Health Authority survey revealed, I think it's 59% fall short of that recommended fruit and veg intake. So we know that this is really a worldwide problem, that people are simply not eating enough fruits and vegetables. So just moving on, James. And as we can see here, the stats show 87.54% are not eating enough veg worldwide, 59% not eating enough fruit. And that's even worse for our kids. I mean, that's appalling. 96% of children between the ages of 6 to 12 are not eating enough fruit and vegetables. Just terrible, terrible statistics. So that we know that there is a huge gap. Moving on, please. And this is the magic about fruits and vegetables. Sometimes you think, so what is it about fruits and vegetables? Because it's not just that we get our vitamins from them. It's not just that we get our minerals from them. But it's this huge variety of phytochemicals, masses and masses, thousands and thousands of phytochemicals that all work synergistically to make our fruit and veg superfoods. And it's by giving our body what it really needs, the fuel, so that the body itself can bring itself back into balance. And I think that is what is so powerful, but we've got to give our body that correct fuel. And that fuel comes in the forms of this huge variety of fruits and vegetables that we need on a daily, consistent basis. Thanks, James. And Juice Plus knows best. It knows that nature is the way to go. Isolated, high-dose vitamins and minerals just don't work. And that's why we see headlines, in the Daily Mail and other papers saying that vitamins and minerals are a complete waste of time, or expensive urine, because we're not necessarily absorbing that high-dose chemical compound. And yet the Juice Plus company have very cleverly chosen the very best in 30 different fruits, vegetables and berries, and have encapsulated them. And we know that it's in a bioavailable form. And all of that synergistic blend of those hundreds of thousands of phytonutrients work to give us the full benefits. Moving on, please. And basically, that's what we've been doing as a company for over 20 years. So what we've got are the benefits of all that 20 years experience with an outstanding product performance with the highest possible quality. Today the product is more up to date than ever. Although the product's been around for 20 years, it's constantly being updated. So we've really got the very, very best product that we could possibly have. And Juice Plus products are gluten-free. They're without any preservatives, artificial sweeteners. There are no colorants. It's non-GMO, and it's now a vegan product as well. So, we've got something that is really unparalleled on the market. Thank you, James. So basically what we have is this huge variety of fruits and vegetables to help bridge the gap. It's a concentrated whole food-based nutritional capsule. And as you can see then, that whole variety of the fruits, from apples to cherry, orange, pineapple, cranberry, papaya and peach, going into the vegetables where you've got beets, tomatoes, spinach, broccoli, carrots, parsley, cabbage, kale, as well as oat bran and brown rice bran. And then going into the berries of cranberry, elderberry, Concord grapes, black currants, blackberry, red currants, and raspberries. So it's just an unprecedented, I would say my diet now, having started with Juice Plus, is an awful lot better than it was when I first started. But I still, even though I juice quite often, I still would never get that variety of 30 different fruits and veg on a daily consistent basis. I think we all have some days when we can be good, but there's an awful lot of other days where you just don't do that. Moving on, please, James. And this is what I really love. It's literally from farm to capsule. All these products are sun ripened, and they literally come from the field to the table or to the capsule, if you like. So what we've got is something that's incredibly simple. It is fruits and vegetables in a capsule. So although, you know, it's an incredibly complex product, you know, the thing behind it is incredibly simple. Thanks, James. And what we've done is partnered with the very best. So the whole food supply chain, literally from farm to customer, is tightly controlled to reach the highest quality of product each and every single time. Those products are constantly quality tested. We've got the best growers, the best producers, and with, you know, people that are really, you know, are experts in the field of drying and encapsulation. And for the European market, that's done in Lugano in Switzerland. And then we've got some incredible third-party assurances for compliance, which literally is, you know, this is what really makes us stand out from every other supplement on the market. We really are leading the charge with peer-reviewed research. What Juice Plus as a company have done is actually invested in this incredible research, and it's proven the efficacy time and time again that there is nothing like Juice Plus on the market. Just moving on, James, please. So this is just showing really the third-party certifications, which just prove that, you know, what's on the product is on the label, and what's on the label is actually in the product. So there are no contaminants. This is constantly being checked and approved, and you know, we're very proud to have these third-party certifications. So we know that Juice Plus is the most thoroughly researched nutritional product on the market. And I think when I first got involved, this was what really gave me, you know, that massive confidence in recommending this to my clients. Because although I knew I wanted to take it myself, to recommend it to somebody else as a sort of professional, to know that we had this independent research really, really stood out for me. Just moving on, James. And these just show some of the scientific journals that have reviewed our products. And I think Juice Plus as a company took a massive risk, if you like. Yes, we pay for the research. Somebody has to pay for it, so we pay for that research. But what we had no control whatsoever was the outcome. So the fact that all these journals and that the results that came from it is incredibly you know, what we've got is proving without a shadow of doubt that the efficacy of our product is absolutely unrivaled. And, you know, I think that's something that I'm really, really proud of. And I know we've got an awful lot of healthcare professionals in the business, but the fact that we've got this scientific certification is really important to them as well. And again, it's not just done in Europe. This shows worldwide. You know, there's the map there where in Europe we've got research that's been done in Germany, the Netherlands, Austria, the UK, Cambridge University, Birmingham Dental Hospital and King's College London, universities in Italy, as well as throughout the States and Japan. And to date, we've got over 35 different scientific studies, and that's everything that shows that the immune system is enhanced, DNA damage is decreased. There's a skin study, which this is, for me, I see all this happening in my clients, but then, so you've got the anecdotal evidence, if you like, you've got your own, you know, your own research that you've done, and you can see your own benefits, but to actually have that hard scientific fact was really powerful. The dental study that was done on periodontal disease in Birmingham University, oxidative stress is reduced. So lots, and again, cardiovascular health was improved as well. So what we've got is the variety of 30 different fruits, vegetables and berries. The fact that it's a natural whole food supplement, it's affordable. It's less than the price of a cup of coffee to give you that assurance of getting all these, the benefit of these nutrients on a daily consistent basis. And it's simple. I mean, you don't have to juice. There's not the mess that you're not buying this huge abundance of fruits and vegetables. You're taking a capsule and you're swallowing it with water. So there is nothing that could be more simple. Just to move on. And just finally to mention because I think for the first part of the launch that we're having, it's just the fruits, vegetables and berry capsules, and the Juice Plus Complete products that are being launched initially. And the Complete is a fantastic product that provides an optimal blend of protein, but from plant-based source, dietary fibre, your minerals and vitamins. It's got a very low glycemic load, so it's very good to keep the blood sugar levels stable. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free and completely free from all preservatives, artificial colours and sweeteners. But it's got so many different uses, and this is what I like. The concept of it, if you like, is that it's a meal supplement, but it can be used pre and post exercise. It can be used as a quick on the go snack. It can be used for children, adults, the elderly. It's got so many uses, so it's completely and utterly versatile. And that's it, really. That just gives you a very brief overview of the products that we have. And, hopefully I've been able to perhaps shed some light into what we've got and how exciting it is that it's coming now to the UAE. Thanks, James. I'll hand back to you.
Great, Michelle. Yeah, thank you very much. That is brilliant. And it's so interesting that you're a healthcare practitioner, and to bring all your experience into this, and your perception and how impressed you were with it from that standpoint is so exciting. So thank you very, very much indeed. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to come on and we're going to come into the next part of our presentation, where we're going to present the company, so I'm just, if you just bear with me, I'm just going to get this on just very quickly. So hang on just a moment. That's it. Good. Right, so just going to get my screen up. Right, that's wonderful. So we're going to go now into the presentation about the company, and good. So that's lovely. So this is a very important part and component of everything that we do, because the product itself is very impressive, but the business is and the company behind it is perhaps equally impressive. And I'm going to invite Gordon now to take us through that. So I'm going to just bring the slides up now. So I've got those on now. So let's hang on just a moment. I just need to get in here, and got rather a lot of pictures and everything up at the same time. So we'll just go into this. Right. So share screen. Good. Right. So we're back in Portugal again now. And I'm going to introduce to you an absolute legend in our business, Gordon Wilkie, who's been with our company for 25 years. So Gordon has been extremely successful, and he also plays golf quite regularly with Jay Martin, who's the founder of the company. And I don't know if you've beaten him a few times, Gordon. You might have done. I know you would have hated that. But anyway, it's wonderful to welcome you tonight, or today, rather. And we'd love to hear what you feel about the company. So here we go. I'm putting all that on the main screen.
Okay, thank you, James, and welcome everybody. Yeah, as James says, my name's Gordon Wilkie. Been involved with the company for 25 years. And when I first looked at this, my background is that of accountancy. A friend of mine actually invited me along to a meeting because he knew that I was interested in not just health, but also in financial circumstances. And he showed me what the business model, and I was intrigued by it, because when I went to a meeting, I saw something that here was a way of actually working 3 to 5 years, hard work, but build an income that you could actually have for the rest of your life. And I'm glad to say after 25 years, my wife and I have built an income stream that we get paid now from over 20 different countries worldwide. And as James says, we've actually enjoyed the fact that we can actually kind of spend our winters down in Portugal, but yet can still continue on with our business. And that's the great thing. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the company. and what I saw when I first got involved and what I see now in many ways. So if we move on to the next slide, James. So here was a company, when I got involved, it was actually 20 years. It's now 46 years old. And effectively, we are the world leader in terms of the nutritional industry, in terms of our operation. 27 different countries, soon to be 28 with Dubai. And over that period of time, the company's seen a massive increase in their sales. When a lot of companies have actually seen a downturn, we've seen an increase in our sales. And as you can see there from the numbers, $13 billion in sales. And a large percentage of that has come from the Juice Plus products. As Michelle quite rightly said, we are committed as a company to go down, rather than an endorsement route, we go down an independent research route, which, we've got to be very careful that we're not a pharmaceutical product. We're basically fruits and vegetables in a capsule, but we've gone down that pharmaceutical route in terms of the research, which gives us fantastic confidence that what happens when you take Juice Plus, what happens in terms of going into your body. In terms of the franchise itself, if you just go back a bit, we've got amazing support from the company. They manufacture the products. They basically look after the logistics and deliver the products and account to us at the end of that period for the actual transaction. Our job, if we go on to the next slide, is to basically find customers for the actual product. And if we look at this, we've got something called a preferred customer program, where we basically talk to our friends, our colleagues, people that we know. They then order the products from the company directly. They will deliver it to the customer, and as I said, they will account to us for that transactions. And that's how we generate our income. So no one gets paid unless we generate a customer base. And let me tell you that over the last 46 years, Juice Plus has got an amazing customer base, in that 90% of the customers don't even know there's a business behind it, because they're getting satisfaction from taking the products. And that, to me, as an accountant, is an amazing bottom line that you can actually have within a company. If we move on to the next slide. So our opportunity, most people start on a full-time basis. They can then move on to a part-time basis. They can then move on to a full-time basis when their income perhaps equals what they're earning from a part-time in terms of their full-time occupation. And, the numbers that we're looking at, we can earn something, £200 a month up to £2,000 a month. And, in the UK, certainly and worldwide, there are many, many people that are earning over £20,000 on a monthly basis, which is, puts them in the top 5%, if not the top 1% of earners in the different countries. And what we do, we basically take the products. We share our stories about the products and the business, and we invite people to do exactly the same. Invite them along to meetings like this and show them what the opportunity consists of. And if we move on to the next slide. And, if we look at traditional business, this is something that's totally risk-free as opposed to setting up your own business. It's also fun, and it has to be fun because it's a part-time basis. And the reason it's fun is because we're dealing with like-minded, positive people. Sadly, we don't get the chance to choose the people we work with in our jobs, but we do in our business. We can actually introduce this to people that we want to be with, we want to have some fun, and we start off maybe as a plan B. But then a lot of people that see that there's a huge potential here, they move that on to their plan A. And some people that maybe never ever had a pension can actually see this as a pension plan. And the concept behind our business is about a lot of people doing a very small amount. So when we start to build our businesses, we're not looking for superhero people to build customer bases. We're looking for just a lot of people doing a very small amount. If we move on to the next slide. And the unique thing about our business, it's almost like a franchise, but it's got the advantages of the traditional franchise in terms of the global company, the brand name, the proven system, but it's got none of the disadvantages. So there's no capital investment to get involved. in the UAE is 365 dirhams, effectively 100 euros in the UK, in Europe, and £50 in the UK. There's no stock purchase. We're not looking for investors to buy a whole load of stock. There's no cash to collect. As I said before, the company will do that for us. We don't have to employ any people. There's no conventional overheads like there is in a company. For instance, in the UAE, we don't even have to have a license. The company have got a license. All that we're doing is building an online business, which effectively is a non-regulated system, so we don't have to have all the complications that we would with normal businesses. And therefore, there's no financial risk, and that's the great thing about it. So James, what we're doing is we're buying into effectively the mission-driven company that we're all associated with, and that's the Juice Plus vision, which is to build a stable and long-lasting company that many people can realize their dreams. And our whole mission is about inspiring healthy living around the world, and that's what we're doing. And, we heard from the statistics that Michelle talked about in terms of the products. People are not eating enough fruits and vegetables, and we're on a mission to change that, and we won't stop until we do that. So James, if we just go on to the last slide. This is your opportunity. Yeah. So, from here, we're going to talk about, and I'm sure you're going to pass it back to James, who's going to introduce you to Bob, but it's a fantastic opportunity. And, 25 years later, I'm still excited, more excited today than I ever was before. So I'll pass back to you. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. That is very exciting. Good. All right. So we're going to move back now. And we're moving from Portugal now to Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm very excited to be able to introduce you someone who's been totally instrumental in helping me over the years tremendously and continues to help me tremendously. And that's Bob Burdick. So Bob, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good. So Bob is going to take us through now actually how the money works. So we have an amazing product, we have an incredible company, and we also have an extraordinary way to really, really make money. And Bob has always said to me, and I totally agree, that we found a gold mine here. This is a gold mine. And Bob is going to explain to us a little bit what we mean by that.
Thanks a lot, James. Again, I didn't understand the exact things in the marketing plan when I first got involved, but I saw this was a solid company, a product that made sense, a product that's never going to go out of style, demand will only increase, and you could earn as much as you want, as quick as you want, if you were willing to work for it. What I saw was there's 10 positions in the company. They all do the same things. The top ones earn more, so why not get there as soon as possible, maximize your earnings for your efforts. All right, now all our, this shows you the retail price that the customer pays for a 4-month supply. Most of them pay monthly on an installment plan. And then the PV is the amount you get paid for on a box or on a monthly payment. And the promotional volume, the 4-month supply, is also what you get promoted with on your first 4 positions. You don't have to understand this all straight away. Okay, these are the first 7 positions. Again, what I saw was, I didn't understand it completely, but I saw was getting to the top position as soon as possible would not only get me to a higher commission level earlier, it would also attract other people to my business. We start as a franchise partner. It's 365 dirham, like Gordon said, to own the franchise. I call it an average man's best shot at financial freedom. Okay, I truly believe this is the average person's best shot. So I pay 365 dirham. I start and I begin getting customers. If I do 4,000 dirham in a month period, in other words, if I become a customer and get 2 or 3 other customers, I get promoted to the next position. I'm getting my 10% retail profit plus a 4% commission. The next position,
see if I left the door open downstairs,
is SDD.
My fan.
But this position on, not only do you get a raise in commission percentage, but you also get bonuses. All right, you do 16,000, you and your team, 2 months in a row. You get a 600 Durham bonus the first month, 1,000 the second month. You go to a 7% wholesale commission, still getting you 10% retail profit. And at this position, you can start earning a performance bonus on 4 generations. In time, the performance bonus, even though it's the smallest percentage, will become the largest part of your income. Today, I would work for just the performance bonus if that's all they paid me. All right, sales coordinator is the next position. All right, you do 32,000 between you and your team, 2 consecutive months. You develop one what they call PB leg, and your sponsor will explain that to you. You get a 2,000 Durham bonus the first month, $2,900 or 2,900 Durham bonus the second month. You go to a 10% wholesale commission on top of your 10% retail profit. You also start getting what we call POB here. You get a 3% POB on the other people that you help become sales coordinators. And next position, senior sales coordinator, get the same commissions. You've done 50,000, 3 consecutive months. You develop 2 PB legs. You get a 10,000 Durham bonus. And you also start getting an expense reimbursement, 2,520 Durhams extra a month to cover your expenses. Next position is QNMD. It's Qualifying National Marketing Director. You've done 100,000 between you and your team, 3 consecutive months. You develop 3 PB legs. You get a 20,000 Durham bonus. And now your PB, that you paid on the 4 generations goes to 5 generations. All right, this is huge. I was making $10,000 a month before I became a QNMD. The month I went QNMD and got paid on that 5th generation, my check jumped from $10,000 to $30,000. All right, it's like if you got 5 and they got 25 and they got 125, 625, each generation theoretically is 4 times the sum of everything above it. So making QNMD and reaching this position can give anybody a huge raise if they build a proper business. NMD has done 200,000, 3 consecutive months. They have 4 PB legs. They get a 40,000 Durham bonus. Now that business incentive bonus down at the bottom goes from the 2,220 to start with to 4,200 as QNMD to 10,500 expense money extra a month as an NMD on top of your commissions. There's 3 positions above that, and everything really stays the same here, except, back up one. If you go to IMD, you've done 400,000, you and your team, 4 consecutive months, but you get an 80,000 Durham bonus. EMD, 600,000, 3 consecutive months, 120,000 Durham bonus. PMD, now you've developed 5 working legs. I stressed that from the beginning to people. You want at least 5 working lines. You've done 800,000 in a 3-month period. You've got 160,000 Durham bonus. All right. Now this slide here shows, all right, the retail price per people pay if they're paying by the box, the 4-month supply, or if you're paying per month like 99% of the customers do. Your PB, the portion you get paid on if you're paying by the box or the monthly thing, and also the commissions you earn at the different levels for the different products. Right? Now, I didn't understand all that right away. What I understood there was if I went out and just got, let me back that up, just went out and got 2 customers a week, whether it's just the Juice Plus or the Premium, what we call the Trio in the U.S., that would add an extra 45,000 to almost 80,000 Durham a year income to your income, extra money, just by getting 2 customers a week. Next thing I saw, well, I built a team. I know it's not a perfect world. All right. But let's say I brought 8 other people into the business like myself. Let's say they only got 4. Let's say they weren't as motivated as I was. And let's say those 4, which is 48, only brought on 2, and they brought on 2 each, and they brought on 2 each. And let's say they only did 400 dirham a month in business. You got a part-time team, all right? Or you could bring on 20 who brought on 4, who brought on 2. You'd have 3,500. In the first slide there with the 8 wide, only doing 400 dirham each, you're making an extra 16,768, basically 17,000 extra dirham a month, just part-time money. If you book a wider team, almost extra 42,000 dirham a month. This is what I saw straight away, was the importance of not only sharing the product, but sharing the business. There's people all over the world. I've been involved, be 30 years this June. My wife and I do this together. We get to travel the world, make friends. We met James and Gordon and them 20 plus years ago. Travel the world, making friends, helping people see an opportunity to become healthy, get their friends healthier, and also either make a substantial part-time income, a full-time income, or they can get bloody rich, or whatever they want here. Again, I think it's a poor man's franchise or the average person's best shot. Never in a million years did I think that somebody like me, I'm a high school dropout, could build a business around the world. This is a simple business with a simple product, with a straight up company that can make your dreams come true. And I appreciate you having me on the call today.
Wonderful, Bob. So if you could just unshare your screen now, that'd be great. So that'd be fantastic. So, okay, if you just unshare. Yeah, wonderful. All right. So that's pretty much it in terms of the presentation. We've been around about 40 minutes, but I hope you found it really interesting, and I hope you've seen a really comprehensive overview of what we're doing here. But really, what we're doing here is absolutely extraordinary. And, you know, shortly, you know, just a few weeks ago, we were in Dubai, and we were in a room where there were 300 people there for the launch, well, the pre-launch rather, and 300 people all came out, said, we want to do this. This is incredible. And for me, I mean, after 28 years, I sat there and I went, oh my God, this is going to be a phenomenon. Everywhere we go in the world now, as we go further east, everybody is going to want to do this. So, you know, without going too far over the top with this, anyone who's listening on the call tonight, and if you're from Dubai and the UAE, you have the potential to be a legend in our business in the future, whereby you can develop a huge number of customers across Africa, the Pacific Rim, but also across the whole of the Middle East, and not least of which, of course, the United States, Canada, and the whole of Europe. So, you know, we are looking at the most extraordinary opportunity here. So before we finish, I just want to talk about what's going to be happening up until the launch. So the launch is on the 14th of January 2017, not too long away. And I want to just talk about what is going to be happening. And I want to ask you, Bob, I know that you and your wonderful wife, Sue, are going to be arriving in the UAE, I believe on the 6th of January. And can you tell us what will be the program between that time and also the 14th of January and the launch?
We're going to be teaching people the different aspects of the business, effective ways of sharing the product, effective ways of sharing the business, understanding the compensation plan, and how to develop their story to build a massive business, not only there in the UAE, but how they can expand their business worldwide. We arrived late on the night of the 5th, so we'll be at the hotel from the 6th on. We have several other leaders from the US, and of course, y'all coming from the UK there. So we would love to meet anybody. We'll be at the Meridian Hotel there doing presentations every day from the 5th on.
Wonderful, good. Okay, so for everyone and anyone, you know, looking at this tonight, this is an amazing opportunity to obviously not just be at the launch, but also to be meeting with Sue and Bob from the 6th. Gordon, I believe you are arriving. When are you arriving? Start again, Gordon.
Monday the 9th. I'm arriving on Tuesday the 10th.
Right. Okay, that's fantastic. So Monday the 9th. Yeah, and you're arriving on Tuesday the 10th. I think I'm going to be arriving at pretty much about that time as well. Okay, well, that's great. And then obviously there's going to be a very large number of people who are hugely successful already with the Juice Plus business worldwide, who are going to be in Dubai and in the UAE. So we look forward to a tremendous beginning to 2017. There's nothing more for me to say other than thank you everyone very much indeed for joining us tonight. This has been recorded. We will be putting this out on YouTube and also on the various different social media platforms. And please feel free to share this with people because this is an absolutely fantastic overview of everything that we've seen. And before we finish, I'm just going to go back to Bob. Bob, you have been involved with the business for 30 years. Can you tell us a little bit about how much you've earned since you've been involved?
Over 26 million. It's been unbelievable. I mean, I still can't believe it. I mean, it's never. I would have thought that I would have retired quicker. But again, Willie Nelson, a famous country western singer, says, "Time flies by in the blink of an eye when you're getting paid for having too much fun." There's my bride.
Hey, James.
Come here, Jaylee.
With another new hairstyle. Is that Jaylee?
Granddaughter. Okay.
Jaylee.
And she's fixing to have a little sister in April.
She's 5.
Oh, wow.
So
This is Bob's grandchild.
okay.
Is that Jaylee?
Jaylee, yes.
Jaylee. Hi, Jaylee. And Jaylee she's a bit of a superstar as well. What does she do?
She's a gymnast and a cheerleader.
Oh, she's a cheerleader. And she's a cheerleader champion, I understand.
She's a gymnast.
She won first place in competition cheerleading last year at the age of 5.
Yeah, she's
Wow.
a gymnast.
Great. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you. And lovely to see you, Sue. And we so look forward to seeing you in the UAE in just a few weeks. So, everyone, thanks very much for joining us. I think that's everything from us tonight. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to all you too.
Hey, Paula.
Okay. Hi, Paula. And we'll see everybody very soon. So, see you soon. Okay. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.